Welcome back, everybody, to your stimulus update for today. We've already told you that Democrats in the hundreds are mounting pressure on Nancy Pelosi to bring the $1.8 trillion bill to a vote and let it pass in the House. Now, even more pressure is being put on by the CEOs of American businesses. In addition, we're going to give you the latest on what Nancy Pelosi is saying, what Stephen Mnuchin is doing, Larry Kudlow, and Mitch McConnell. Once again, welcome back to your stimulus update for today, Saturday, October 17th. So the pressure is mounting on Nancy Pelosi. She's not the only one who seems to be blocking things. Mitch McConnell is too. We're going to get to that in a moment. But the ball is not in Mitch McConnell's court yet, so we can't quite see how he's going to react. We can only listen to some of his words. We're going to share with you what he's saying towards the end of the video. But business CEOs of American companies, or former business CEOs of American companies, are mounting pressure now on Nancy Pelosi as well, that this stimulus package is needed, and not just for their businesses, but for their workers and the American people. CEO Doug McMillon, you may know him as the chief executive officer of Walmart, on a CNBC interview urged America's leaders to reach a bipartisan agreement on a new round of stimulus and to quickly help American families and businesses through the COVID-19 recession. He said this, quote unquote, "Doing nothing is not the first and best option." But wait a second, I don't know if Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi actually agrees with this. Let's go ahead and ask her. Speaker Pelosi, isn't doing something better than doing nothing?
No.
In addition, McMillon continued on in that interview when speaking about stimulus checks and unemployment help. He said that there are Americans that need them, that don't really care about politics, aren't really tied up in this election, and they just need some help. In addition, the CEO of Best Western, the hotel chain, was giving his thoughts on a CNN interview and said, if we don't get a vaccine soon and businesses don't return, it's going to get much worse. When speaking about the Congress people who cannot reach a negotiation for some reason, he said they are just so stuck in their positions. I feel so aggravated by it. Why can't we work something out? I don't know why they can't work something out, but let's go ahead and ask Speaker Pelosi. Speaker Pelosi, you now have an over $1.8 trillion bill that basically has everything you want in it. Isn't passing that better than doing nothing?
No.
Robert Rosenberg, who is the former CEO of Dunkin' Donuts, was speaking to Yahoo Finance about stimulus, about checks, and he said this, "I wish I could call Nancy Pelosi myself. Basically, we need it, and it's going to be essential as there is going to be a lot of pain as a result of the pandemic." And when speaking about the Americans that would get the money and the unemployment help, he said they need help and they need it now. So now not only do we have hundreds of Democrats signing letters pleading with Nancy Pelosi to take a compromised offer, we have Ro Khanna, who is one of the most progressive and liberal Democrats, colleague of Nancy Pelosi, pleading with her, please take the $1.8 trillion deal. We have Andrew Yang, who is an unbelievably progressive liberal and former candidate for president of the United States, pleading with Nancy Pelosi, please take the deal. We have the bipartisan group, the Problem Solvers Caucus, pleading, both Democrats and Republicans in that group, pleading with Nancy Pelosi, please take that deal. And now we have American company CEOs, both past and present, in agreement with these individuals who believe they are right in telling Nancy Pelosi, please take this deal. Speaker Pelosi, are they right about this?
You are not right on this, and I hate to say that to you.
It's about millions of Americans who can't put food on the table, who can't pay the rent.
And we represent them. And we represent them.
Getting
and
by
we represent
these
them.
long food
and
lines
we represent
that we're seeing.
them.
I know
we
you
know
are.
them.
I'm just saying.
We represent them and we know them.
As we
We
say,
know them. We represent them.
don't let the
Yes.
perfect be the enemy of the good, as they say
It
here
is
in
nowhere
Washington.
near perfect.
Madam Speaker.
Always the case, but we're not even close to the good.
All right, let's see what happens, because every day is critically important.
Her camp is saying that disagreements still exist between her and the White House, and this is after Stephen Mnuchin gave in on the exact number they wanted for testing, treatment, and tracing. In addition, he gave in on the verbiage that they wanted for how to, quote-unquote, fight the virus. So he gave in on those two topics, and after he did that, raised his $1.8 trillion to meet that offer. She said disagreements still exist. So where is Stephen Mnuchin? Well, Stephen Mnuchin, unfortunately, is going to be away for the next 3 days, and that means means he's not going to be negotiating. He is leading a delegation to Israel, Bahrain, and the UAE on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and that means I would expect zero progress on stimulus negotiations, not until next week on Tuesday. Larry Kudlow is out saying things that Larry Kudlow says, confident that the economy is going to have a V-shaped or even a super V-shaped recovery, and he's still cool with stimulus. He's still saying that they want to pass it, they want to get it done, but of course Larry Kudlow would like to talk a little bit more about things that are not related to stimulus. And Mitch McConnell is a major wild card, because if a deal really did finally get done between Nancy Pelosi and Stephen Mnuchin and then put on the House floor and passed by the House, then it went to the Senate, Mitch McConnell is saying that he doesn't think he would bring a $1.8 to $2.2 trillion deal to the Senate floor. I don't know if that's a fact or not. I think that there would be so much pressure on him to do it, pressure from the White House, from the House, from the people of the United States of America, from the President of the United States of America. I think he would bring it to the floor and then just let the dice roll where they may, which is what he should do. Blocking it after all of this negotiation over the last few months would be unbelievably disastrous for him. But first, we got to get the deal done. So, with Steve Mnuchin away for the next 3 days, don't expect anything real new until Tuesday, but we will keep you up to date anyway. So if something does pop up, subscribe to the channel. It's free to do. There's never a cost to it, and we will always keep you informed with what we believe is the most important information you need to know. Thank you all as always. I will catch you next time.